Hey everybody. So I just wanted to make a video to show you how to make some bows, headbands using scraps of fabric. I just chopped up a hoodie, so I have the scraps from that I'm going to turn into some hair accessories. So I have already started a little bit. So I took off these. I was like, maybe I'll use them for the middle part of the bow. Cut off my pocket and cut that down. And then I have this whole part of the bottom that will be for the headband. So for now, I'm just going to put this off to the side and start with the bow. So I kind of just played around with the size of the fabric to determine how much to cut off. If you were to work with the whole pocket, it would be a very bulky bow. I do like fat bows, so you know, you could, but I just felt like it was too much fabric. So I am working with a little bit smaller. And then, sorry, I forgot how I wanted to join the fabric together. So the way I did it when I was just kind of doing a little mock-up, that would be the thickness. And so right now I'm just kind of making a little bit straighter edge. Most of the time when I'm making accessories out of scraps, I just wing it. I don't follow a pattern or anything. I just have ideas and I just chop up the fabric. Forget where I was going with that. Sorry guys, I have ADHD, so I lose my train of thought. And I don't do like this. Oh, this is my first video, but I don't do script or anything because I can't multitask anyways. I wouldn't be able to work on something and then speak the script anyways. So what I typically try to do in my head when I've thought about doing this a million times is I try to just do it natural, like what comes naturally. So we'll see how that goes. In my head, it always goes great. And I actually did record one video, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, maybe close to 2 years. I don't know. I recorded it and then I had some technical issues and I lost the video. So here we go, take two. But so now I'm just gonna sew the ends. Ooh, sorry guys, camera malfunction. I'm just gonna sew the ends so that I can join them. Normally I would just sew like a center seam and then flip it inside out. But because of how thick I want my bow, I accidentally cut off. It's not that I cut off too much. It's just like the shape of the pocket. It's like it wouldn't. Yeah, I can't really explain why, but it didn't work out. So we have it lined up. They don't touch. But sewing the ends will tack down those sides. So it won't like come unfolded or anything. So I just gotta scooch over to my sewing machine. Sometimes I have sewing malfunctions. It happens. But if you're fairly beginner, it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's some projects you can get away with. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. There's some projects you can get away with. Wait, I lost my train of thought. It was so loud. Hope it wasn't. Hope you guys didn't go deaf. It's not happy. Sorry, guys. Hold on, let me try and get it to a happier position. I'm sorry, this is my first. I also just lost my phone holder, just like not long ago. It broke, so I'm trying to work with this one that is never quite right. And I had it set up just right to record, and the suction cup came undone. So that's why you guys fell. Sorry about it. For this project, your threads don't need to be perfect. So if you see my threads got a little wonky there and flared out. Ooh. Well, I mean, you can't see, but it's going to be hidden by fabric. So if you're a beginner and you can't sew a super straight line, it's not terribly important. So sorry guys, I got the sniffles. I have allergies. Just cutting off these strings. So that's one side done. Now coming over to the other side.
touchy fabrics, man. Sometimes, I tell you. Of course, I have super issues when I decide to record. I sewed when I cropped the hoodie, I sewed this same fabric without really any issue. There was like just the slightest bit of bunching, but I just went back over it a second time. Like I cut off the excess and then I went over it a second time with a zigzag stitch to make sure it doesn't come undone, but really no issue. Now I'm trying to record and my sewing machine ate the fabric. So decided to eat the fabric. Okay, let's try that again. Good enough. Like, I don't need it to be perfectly done. Like I said, it's just getting covered in piece. Okay, now you want to get your fabric folded. An easy way to do this seam is going to be to take your good side inwards, marry your two ends, so you're going to have your split out, and then we're just going to be sewing across the end. Well, I am. If you guys decide to make one, then that's what you'll do. Okay, so we have our little thing. We're gonna turn it right side out. And then it will fan out like this because they're not tacked down, but just fold them to match your seams in the back. It would have been cool if I didn't undo it all. When you flip it inside out, like I did the first time, just deal with only one that flares out. Don't make more work for yourself. Okay, so I almost got it back together. Alright. So now I have a nicely little, there's my seam in the back. And now we want to make a little ring, a little circle thing to go around it. So from the piece, from the top of the pocket, I'm going to cut off the fabric I'm going to use. And I want this to be the same direction
as the rest of the bow. So that means I need to cut my fabric short ways. Which is fine because we don't really need a lot of fabric for this anyways. I'm just cutting the ends off to make a straighter, because we're gonna do, I'll explain it in a second because I can't multitask. Okay, so have a nice little square here. So we're gonna take the fuzzy side, or the wrong side, whatever your fabric looks like. The wrong side is gonna go out. And then we are going to first sew long ways on your open edge, not your folded edge, on your open edge. So wrong side out, marry your sides, and that's the side we're gonna sew. Alright, so we got our little tube, and then you want to turn it inside out or right side out. So my fabric is stretchy, and I can just do this easily. If it wasn't as stretchy, you could use things like a bobby pin and kind of attach it somehow and then snake it through, or like a pencil or something, just so that you can kind of push the fabric through. Mine's already right side out, so now I have a nice little thing. Alright, I am going to just grab a rubber band so I can keep this bow in shape while I figure out how long to make the middle piece. Alright, so you could use thread to do this, but most of the time I'm not like aggressive with my bows or like get them dirty, so I don't necessarily need to wash them. And rubber band, like I have done ones where I washed them and the rubber band has held up for a few washes. It does eventually break, but this rubber band is going to be covered up by the fabric anyway, so just cluing you guys in on what I do. These are like for my personal use. I don't sell them, so I am pretty, I don't know what I want to say. Like, I just don't make
a super big deal about all of the little nuances, you know, like I don't know. I'm just like it's a bow. You get it, guys? It's a bow. I'm gonna put it on top of my head.
Awesome. You're my little bow. You go on my head just like that. Okay. So now I got my little tube. And honestly, guys, this is like just big enough. So you know, I don't know if I do want to do the same color. Let me see. Yeah, I guess so. Sorry, guys. Sometimes this is just what the creative process looks like. Okay. So for this, we're gonna. I put my seam to the middle, and then we're gonna do seam side out. Marry your ends together. So you're gonna have your seam out, and then we're gonna sew across here. Small bits of fabric, but we got this. I would do it by hand if it wasn't such a slow process. I'm not trying to have this be a super long video. So I am gonna try my machine and hopefully, you know what, maybe let me try adjusting my tension. Because maybe that will help. I just don't want my machine to eat it again. I did it. Alright, so now we're going to turn that. Actually, yes. I think given like how tight of a fit it's gonna be, I'm gonna put it on this way so I don't have to work against this fabric until like it's in position, and then I'll flip it with like tools or something. So the bow is really bulky, that's why I'm doing it this way.
actually was able to flip it as I was getting it into position, so that's cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. I keep dropping you. Sorry for the loud noise. I'm just trying to get it to stay in place. Hopefully I'm done by the time it wants to fall again. Oh my gosh. This is so ridiculous, you guys. I'm so sorry. My first Justina's Inspired Creations video was much better, but those darn technical issues. Okay, so just testing it out. Okay, so now when I make these bows for myself, a lot of times I just call it good there, and I just use a bobby pin and I slide the bobby pin at the base, like in that fabric we just put in. I slide it in there and then I just slide the bobby pin on my hair and then it's good. But if you wanted it to be more professional or you want to make them to try and sell, you can do the whole like clampy clip, and so you would put some glue on. I'm trying to think about it. You'd put some glue on the. Ooh, I caught you that time. Okay, sorry guys. Oh my gosh, definitely gonna have to. I ordered a new phone holder, so actually my next video will not be like this. And I could have just waited until that got here, but I was inspired and the moment hit and I was just like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make a video. Let's do some art and creation on camera. I laid my baby hairs for the first time ever and I was feeling cute and I was like, let's do it. Let's do this video. So, okay, I was holding it extra long to try and make it grip better. But so if you wanted to do a more professional attachment thing, you would do glue on the underside of the clip. So if this is your clip, you would put glue on this side and slide it in to the fabric, and then that would adhere to your fabric, and then you would just attach it like that. I think that would be the best way for those types of clips, and then you'd be able to just you know. So there's my bow, and then I wanted to do a headband too. And a lot of times I do like the turban style headbands, like little twisted. But I don't always like how they look on my head. Like, I have an oval shape, but I just feel like when my hair's up and then it comes to like a little knot right there, it just makes it look like really oval and like my double. I don't know, guys. I sometimes feel like the bow is better, and so I recently made a pink headband. I had initially had it twisted up into like the turban style, and I was like, I wore it one day and I wasn't feeling it, and a few days later it matched another outfit, and I was like, well, let me change this. So I took it out of its wrap and turned it into a bow headband, and I like it so much better now. And I feel like it's just like, yes. I just love bows. They always look so cute, and I might be in my 30s, but I don't care. Bows for life. We'll see. And when I'm a grandma, what will that look like if I make it to grandma, honestly? Because I have disabilities and lots of pain and stuff, and I would not be surprised if I did not make it. But I'm not trying to off myself or anything. It's just, when you feel so unwell for so long, you can't help but think like I can't possibly make it to like 90. You know what I mean? But if I did, what would it look like? If I did, would I have like salt and pepper hair? Would I have white hair? Would it be like real thin? Like when I start showing age, like what does that look like hair wise? Because then I could know I could kind of envision what hair accessories would look like. I've seen some older women with fashion accessories in their hair. Maybe not headbands, but I don't always need a headband to have a bow. So I stand by it. Bows for life. No matter what age. Bows for life. It's okay. You're not too old for bows. Oh no! I saw it happening that time, guys. Man, I'm telling you, this video, I don't even know if I'm gonna post it. I'm glad I didn't do a live because atrocious. This is atrocious. We'll see if I post it or not, but I'm just trying to get myself on camera and get comfortable, like speaking to an audience that isn't there, that feels like they're very much there. So, yeah. Headband, guys. Normally I put the fabric on my head to measure, and you don't want to mess up my edges. We're gonna do it anyways. Alright, that's a plot. Maybe I should just come back and do this another day for you guys. It's just so much fabric, and this camera's probably gonna fall like 10 more times. Should we just call it good with the bow? We're at a cute little 33-minute video time. I'll have to put the fit on and show you. Little matching accessory. You know what? Because my edges are done and they look so cute, and I want to actually try this on to show you, I think I will skip the headband for today, and I'll save the fabric, come back, do it another day. So for now, we're just gonna work with the bow. I'm just gonna pause this real quick so I can get situated. Because I have this big table in the way. So, give me 1 sec. Sorry, guys. I just have to get my bow situated, but I saw the timer was like flashing. So I was like, I don't want to lose more video. This tragic, crazy, chaotic falling over video. For as much as you guys have fallen over, I honestly feel like I was more comfortable with this video than
the first video, even though like that video went off without a hitch. I was nervous as crap. I still liked it on the playback, but you know that I lost it. So, but this time I felt a lot more chill through the recording process. So, still don't know if I'm gonna post it, but we'll see. Pausing because I gotta get the bow. And we're back. The cropped sweatshirt. It comes down so you don't have to show belly. It just hits the top of your pants, or it shimmies up. And it's just like a cute little crop top drawstring sweater with a matching bow. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned for more videos. I'm gonna show more art projects, and yeah, stay tuned, guys. Take care.